Hello beautiful people out there, Chrissy here again. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. Well, not really, it's been like since last week I think, but yeah, I've just been like super busy, but that's no excuse. So it's Tuesday, so what? Let's talk Tuesday. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about loving the skin you're in. So pretty much what we're going to talk about is loving who you are, like loving who you are inside the body that you are in. I mean by that is pretty much just love the skin you're in. I think that was Dove's slogan for a long time. I want to say it was Dove the body wash and stuff. So they have a slogan, well they did have a slogan that was called love the skin you're in. I want to say it was Dove, correct me if I'm wrong. So it's just pretty much just loving who you are, flaws and all. I mean, a lot of people, especially women, you know, it's kind of hard to accept who we are because of how we're supposed to look, what size we're supposed to be, what skin tone we're supposed to be, because of what society throws at us in the media, you know, in public. You know, people think like, okay, so and so looks this way, so I'm supposed to look that way. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty, I'm gonna be like her, so I'm gonna change my look and stuff. You do not have to do that to feel beautiful. The only thing you need to do is feel beautiful within, and then it will flourish through on the outside. That's why in the Bible it says that, you know, God does not look for outer appearance. He wants us to feel beautiful within, and that's what will execute on the outside. A lot of people out there that don't like being light skinned, don't like being dark skinned, don't like having short hair, don't like having long hair, don't like having blue eyes, whatever the case may be. But we are all flawed. Nobody is perfect. And it's so easy to get caught up in trying to get this perfect image where you're still gonna fail. Why? Because nobody's perfect. We can see her on Instagram all day and be like, oh dang, she got some nice skin, or oh my god, her makeup is so pretty, oh my god, she has the best hair extensions, oh my god, her eyelashes are so long. It's like that, and then you kind of get overwhelmed at the fact that you don't look like them. But do you know those same people that are posting these beautiful pictures and these flawless pictures, they are flawed too? So you see them all maked up and all, you know, all fabulous and stuff, but at night when they take all that off and they get in their pajamas, some of them feel ugly. That's why some people cake up their face, because they don't like what they naturally have. I mean, everybody has their own reasons of why they do things, and some people have logical reasons why. Like some people have to wear wigs because they have cancer, or some people get eyelashes because they, you know, don't have any. I mean, there's logical reasons why people do that, and that's totally fine. But when you get caught, when you as a person get caught up in trying to be like somebody that you're not, you become overwhelmed with trying to look like what you're not, and you still fail at being who you are. So why not just be who you are and love who you are? You know, us people, we watch people on, you know, TV, we watch people on YouTube, and we're like, oh my god, they're so pretty, oh my gosh, I want her body, oh my gosh, you know, she has the perfect relationship. But you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That same person that you're wishing to be could be the same person that's struggling with something, you know, insecurities. They can be struggling with not liking themselves. They can be struggling with self-esteem. You don't know what they're going through, and would you want to be like that? See, it's so easy to see the outside, but you don't know what goes on inside. Well, some people out there just don't like who they are. They don't love who they are. You know, they fall in love with a man that doesn't even care about them because they don't love who they are. They, you know, buy all the makeup in the world, which is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, you buy all the makeup because you want to look like this person, or you want to have what this person has. And you don't know, that person could either have gotten it for free, or somebody could have given it to them, and you're trying to spend your last paycheck on, you know, bundles and, you know, pallets and stuff. And it's like, so you're just not gonna save for a car? You're just not gonna stay for a house. You know, priorities, because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses when some of the Joneses ain't even up to par with themselves. You just don't know. Y'all know that saying about the grass. I'm just saying. That's just how I was. Like, I remember I used to like hate being dark skinned. I used to hate being African. I used to hate having, you know, full lips, because not because of how I felt about that, but because of what I was picked on about. Like, you know, it's called African booty scratcher, or crispy, or, you know, charcoal, or blackie and stuff. And I'm just like, really, just because I'm dark skinned, this is what y'all call me? Like, where they do that at? You know, now I can laugh about it, because, you know, I'm like, hey, team chocolate or team charcoal. You know, you just gotta embrace your flaws and be acceptive of it. But back then, when I didn't have self-esteem, or I didn't know my self-worth, it hurt. And that's why I feel like a lot of women out here today are feeling the same way, because, you know, somebody in your family is like, oh my God, why are you so dark? Everybody else is light and you're not. Or, oh my God, you're never gonna get a man because men only like light-skinned women. Or, oh my gosh, you know, no black man is gonna want you because you're so dark. You might as well get you a Mexican or a white man. And it's like, really? You sound ignorant. Okay. And the same people that you're idolizing to want to be like, that person could be struggling with self-esteem and you just don't know it. So why? Don't just be yourself. You know, like, everybody wants to look like Beyonce. Everybody wants to, you know, dress like Sierra. Some people want to, you know, have all the makeup in the world, like these YouTubers and stuff. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you try to make yourself feel beautiful, you try to cover up your insecurities to make you feel beautiful or to make you feel accepted, then that says a lot about yourself, and people can pick up on that. I'm sorry, there's not one person that I want to be like. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's people you know, that inspire me, like, you know, Oprah or Kiki Palmer, you know, people that are doing stuff but yet they know their self-worth. Those are the people that inspire me. But to want to be like them, no, because you don't know what they go through every day of their life. They're in the spotlight every day of their life, and you don't know what struggles or battles they are going through behind closed doors. And God forbid, I would hate to endure what she's going through, you know, because we all have our own different struggles in life. So, you know, stop trying to look like everybody else. Stop trying to want to be like everybody else, and just accept you for who you are. I mean, I know everybody's not as spiritual and as religious, and I try not to, you know, I try not to throw it down, you know, throw it at people all the time, but I know who I believe in and I know what I believe in. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, in the Bible it says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He knew us. He created us in the womb. He knew who we were before we were even born. So he knew how we were going to look. And we go through a phase where, oh my God, I'm ugly. Oh my God, I have all this acne. Oh my God, we go through a phase like that. But if you work on what's inside, it will show on the outside. That's why, like, I mean, I think everybody's beautiful. I don't look at people and be like, oh, there, she's ugly. Oh my God. No, because I'm not perfect and I don't try to be. But if their spirit is beautiful, that's enough to be like, wow, you're so beautiful. Because of that spirit, because of that inner beauty that's shining on the outside. And that's what I love. I love to see. It took me so long to get through that phase, but now it's just the point, like, I'm like, so what? I don't care if somebody doesn't like my hair. I don't care if somebody says, oh, you don't look cute without makeup. I don't care if I'm not a size double D, I'm a size 8 cup. I don't care if I don't have thick thighs and a big old butt. That is fine, because guess what? As long as I like it, that's all that matters. And I have somebody that loves it just as much too. So why do I care? Like, I don't care what society says. I don't care how we're supposed to look. I don't care how we are supposed to have our hair. Like, look at this. I mean, this is what I slept on last night, my hair. I didn't twist it or anything. I just took my bonnet off and just combed my hair. And I love it. I feel free. I feel beautiful. And that's all that matters. So if a lot of women, and even men, there are men, you know, men are not the type to show their emotions, but, you know, they struggle through self-esteem as well, so please don't act like y'all don't. But if people will just embrace who they are and what they have without going the extra mile of trying to be like somebody or try to look like somebody or try to live a lifestyle that they're not about, or idolizing what they see on social media and stuff, our self-esteem and our self-worth will be so much better. But people, they're not trying to hear. They trying to follow up with what everybody else is doing. That popular beauty guru guy. They're trying to keep up with the, Kardashians. Try to look like them. And it's like, you don't have to look like them to feel beautiful. Because you don't know. They could be going through something that they don't feel comfortable with. And then they go the extra mile to change it. If you know what I mean. Love the skin you're in. Like, we're all flawed. Like, I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I pray all the time. I read my Bible all the time. But, I can still, you hear a little trap music, because sometimes I guess I handle depression differently. Like, if I hear like sad songs and sad, like, it gets me in that mood. But don't own some like Jeezy or something like that, I'm like, hey, and my whole mood is just gone. My whole mood is just turned up. But God still loves me anyway, because I have a kind heart and I really do care about the well-being of others. Sometimes I care too much about other people that sometimes I forget to take care of my own self. And that's just a flaw that I have, but I'm still loved anyway. It took me a long time to accept who I am and how I look, to the point where it's like, I love it. I really do. It's times I can, if you're following my vlogging channel, sometimes I'm on camera with no makeup. I have on my bonnet, I have on my pajama top or something. But I'm just comfortable with who I am, that it just doesn't bother me if somebody else doesn't approve of it, because I'm not living for others' approvals. I'm just living to be, to be satisfied to the big man above, and that's all that matters. So if you can look deep down inside yourself and really realize who you are, what you're about, what you look like on the outside, and embrace those flaws, you, my friend, you'll feel so much better. You'll feel more lively. And all in all, you will not only feel beautiful, but you'll be beautiful. So know your worth. Enjoy your journey, because we all go through stuff. We all go through tribulations. We all go through, battles and stuff. But it's a part of the journey, and it makes us who we are. But embrace your flaws. Love who you are. Love what you have. And love the skin that you're in. Okay, that's what our Let's Talk Tuesday for today. If you want me to talk about a specific topic on Let's Talk Tuesday, let me know down below and I'll be sure to discuss it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that button, and follow my vlogging channel, and I'll talk to you all in another video.